Yes, so my people, e don set between Peter Obi and the politicians for inside this country versus the current government. The way that they fight Peter Obi for different corner, my people, you no go believe your eye. Peter Obi don turn to nightmare and threat to these people. Watch this video.
Atiku Abubakar arrived in Nigeria from Dubai yesterday. On the other hand, APC goons have increased their attacks on Peter Obi. Not just them alone, even PDP members are attacking Peter Obi at this time. Are we in a new campaign? What is really going on? While Atiku Abubakar said the reason he came back to Nigeria from Dubai was because of the next meeting that PDP will hold. Being the presidential candidate in the last election, he's the leader of the PDP for now, so he needs to be here. But that's not the only reason he's back in Nigeria. This is because what Peter Obi is doing in northern Nigeria, many politicians are not happy about it. They want to counter him by all means. That's why there's a sudden increase from the APC on their attacks on Peter Obi. Peter Obi has simply refused to let go, unlike Atiku Abubakar, who left for his base in Dubai a few weeks after the Supreme Court verdict. So despite all their narrative, he's still waxing strong. In the beginning, they said he didn't have any structure to win a presidential election. From not having the structure to winning many states and scoring more than 6 million votes, that's the INEC allocation by the way, all these he achieved in less than a year. Imagine having 3 years before another presidential election. Not that Peter Obi is campaigning. After all, he's been doing this for many years. He's been breaking fast with Muslims during Ramadan. So it's not as if it is new, but surely he's creating a good impression about himself. And as a trader, he recognizes a market when he sees one. You know, politicians, they always brag that they have the grassroots. That's what they use to negotiate with politicians who are contesting for elections. They want to be the middlemen between these politicians and the grassroots. But Peter Obi is having none of that. He's going to the market directly by himself. If a businessman goes to the market himself, he will market his goods directly to the consumers. No middlemen needed. That's exactly what he's doing. So many politicians are not happy because the only thing they can use to negotiate with him in future is gone. Yes, if you are trying to tell someone that you control the grassroots and the person is already in the grassroots, people are seeing him, people are interacting with him, he's taking photos, he's eating with them, he has completely made you irrelevant. And many people will say, is it not these people? We know them. When the time comes, they will still vote for the people who oppress them, who have plunged them in poverty. But there's a difference this time around. Let's start from Buhari's administration. They weren't even told to vote for Buhari. Most of them saw it as an obligation to vote for him, to put him in power against Goodluck Jonathan. Many Southerners also had the view at the time that he will be different. Fast forward to 2023, when Buhari left office, he did not even attempt to solve the problems. Many of the problems in the north and Nigeria at large tripled or doubled. In fact, before he left power, many Northerners were already criticizing him. Now, during the presidential election campaigns, many of them were told, support this person because he supported Buhari, because he's a Muslim, he will do this. Many lines they used to convince them up north to support Tinubu. But 10 months in, it is clear to everybody, even the people that told them to support this person, people that convinced them, are already crying. They are already regretting why they voted for him in the first place. So who is going to convince who next time? You see, it's easy for people to generalize because of Nigeria's history, but this time it is different. Many people will use lines like, hey, he only has 4 years to go. It will come back to the north. We will try to solve the problem, but many will refuse, because how many times will you fool someone before he will say, hey, I am being fooled. This is a lie. We have to do the right thing. So there are many things at stake going forward. Look at the places where Peter Obi drilled boreholes in the north. Most of them never had water for years. It's an indictment on not just the leadership, the governors, the local government chairmen, everybody. So it's easy to tell them, hey, you already know that no one buys bread cheaper than any other. There's no special market for anybody, whether the person is in this party or not. Everyone goes to the market. The same thing on insecurity, it affects everyone. So it will be easy to make a choice when the time comes, and the fact that these people can be easily convinced, even if it's based on religion or anything, a superior argument will convince them when the time comes. It's already clear to everyone that no person buys bread cheaper than the other. Everyone goes to the same market. Insecurity affects everyone. So it will be easy to make the choice unless they have not yet learned their lessons. In Nigeria as a whole, you find more victims of bad governance in the north compared to the south. In the south, there are more opportunities for jobs, unlike the north. So the ball is in their court to emancipate themselves from the people that have enslaved and impoverished them. All the political advice and political direction they've been given by their leaders have all failed the past few years. Will they continue doing the same thing and expect to get better results? It doesn't make any sense. Even without political interference by their leaders, they should be able to make the right choice and say, no, we'll do this one instead of this one. This one is better. Choose by yourself, emancipate yourself, so that tomorrow we can't continue blaming just the leaders. If they make the same mistake in a few years, that means it will no longer be the fault of the leaders, but the followers this time around. Because it has happened before, happened the second time, you expect to do the same mistake a third time to get a different result. It doesn't make any sense. And it's time to stop the generalization. The North is no longer the North of the 60s or 70s. There might be violence here and there, but majority of them just want to live a life like their southern counterparts. Yes, that's an emir in Adamawa State singing a hymn with Christians during Easter. This kind of religious tolerance exists in many places, even in the far northern state of Sokoto. So let people stop the generalization. Just like when people will say, you read in the comments, you see, Yorubas did this, Igbos did that. No. That's what the politicians want you to do. They want you to continue being divided so that they will be stealing, doing all sorts of things, because you are not focusing on the main issues. You are focusing on ethnicity, things that don't matter. We are all humans. We are all black people. Why should we be looking at what divides us instead of what unites us? It's time Nigerians prove to the world that we are not what they think we are. Most foreigners are blaming Nigerians for what is happening today. But Nigerians have no business. Nigerians voted on that day. They did their abracadabra, and look at where we have found ourselves.
This one na my question, my people. Wetin Peter Obi really do all these people wey dem no wan give am peace or make im evil rest one day? Na dis one be the problem wey we dey face for inside dis country, including the general world wey we dey live. Anybody wey dey talk truth and e dey do wetin the people like, the other side no dey like am. Just because of the good heart Peter Obi get the betterment of dis country, but the cabals wey hold the pillar of dis country, dem no like am. Dem just want make everybody just dey answer sir, follow dem dey go every year wey dey pass. Na dis one be the reason why dem dey fight dis man, nothing else. Just because say the love wey Peter Obi dey get for different area, dem theirself wey dem feel say dem get the power, dem no dey get that love for the masses. Ask me dis question, no be oga wey dey try dey do well boys dey loyal for? Make una help me judge dis matter. No matter wetin dem dey do, Obi must possess a possession because e na threat to dem. If dem be people wey get sense, dem suppose work with Peter Obi unto say He get many things for upstairs wey dis country go suppose move to the next level. But instead, they decided to dey give am gbasgbo for different area because of the pride wey they get, and they even love the way citizens dey suffer for inside dis country. Our suffering for inside dis country no dey touch our politicians and our leaders. Most of their family no even dey the country. Dem dey live for outside the country, dey use our resources take dey enjoy. But Peter Obi decided to bring himself low to the normal level of the citizen. Na dis one be the reason why dem dey give dis guy gbasgbo. But God, he no go shame us. Na here we for leave the matter. Leave your opinion, how you feel, or the reason why dem dey give Peter Obi gbasgbo. Respect to theirs.